Hello everyone and welcome back to the Java programming course. This is the answer to quiz number 2. So if you haven't already attempted it yourself, please go ahead and do so first and only then look further in the video. The first question was to state two major differences between structural and object-oriented programming. So the structural programming, in that we had the primary role was being done by the methods of the class, and the secondary role was done by the data, and data was just used to be passed around. Whereas for object-oriented programming, the data was the part that played the primary role, and the data and the method each combined to play an important role. So they exist in harmony together. So this was the two major differences. Then question number 2, write a Java program to make a class student with age, name, roll number as attributes with a constructor. So let's do so. So here is a class. So what we have to make class of student. So let's make a class of student first. So we select a package, we make a new class, and we name it student. And within this, we had to create a constructor. Okay, so constructor. So constructors are always public. Student. And within this, first let's first define a data member. So age, name, and roll number. So private int age, private string name, private string roll. These were the three things. Yes, these were the three things. These are the three attributes. These are the three data members. So we had to set them as attributes. So we have to put them here. So int age, string name, and string roll number. So and here we just assign them the value. So this dot age equals to age, this dot name equals name, and finally this dot roll number equals our roll number. So this was a class named student which contained these three data members, and we made a constructor for the same with these three attributes and assigned them to these members. So this is how you do question number 2. Then question number 3, match the following modifiers with their correct description. So let's go read the right one and match them to their left counterpart. So the right one, attributes and methods cannot be overridden / modified. So this is final. Fourth, then secondly, here is attributes and methods belong to the class rather than the object. This is static. Then the code is only accessible within the declared class. This is private. Then fourth, the code is accessible for all classes. This is number 1, which is public. And finally, the code is accessible in the same package and subclasses, which is protected. These were the match 1 to 4. I'm going from right to left. So 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 2, 4 to 1, and finally 5 to 3. So these were the match. Question number 4, US Open is one of the tennis tournaments. Roger and Nadal are tennis players that are participating in the US Open. Every tennis player can serve and volley. Every game in the tournament contributes to the ranking and the prize money that a player gets. So we had to use object-oriented programming principles to implement the above description in Java and should capture all the OOP requirements. So let's do so. So we can firstly see what our classes we will have to make. So we have to first of all make tennis tournament class, and then we'll also have to make tennis player class. So let's do so. Within this only I will do. So let's make new Java class, tennis player, and then we have tennis tournament. Okay. class tennis tournament. So these are our two classes, tennis player and tennis tournament. So see what they let's see what each of them should contain. So every tennis player can serve and volley. So we can do so. Every tennis player can serve. So let's do public void and serve. So this is a function. Every tennis player can serve, and similarly, let's make another function public void volley. So we don't have to write whatever in this, and we don't have to show the implementation. We just have to show that tennis player can perform a serve action or a volley action. So we do this by this. We have two methods of tennis player. Then every game in the tournament contributes to the ranking and prize money that a player gets. So to think of this, we have to say that all these things are not should not be in the tennis player class, should be in the tennis tournament class. So there is ranking, prize money, and game. Okay, so let's do ranking first. So public void and then to compute ranking, and this is a function to make our rankings. Similarly, public void allocate prizes, and this is a function to give everyone the prize money that a player gets, and then prize money that a player gets. So here we can put our player here. So we'll come to that, and then first last we have to compute a game. So public void play game. There are multiple ways to implement it. It's just how you do it in your own way. So we can now incorporate tennis players into our tennis tournament. So let's do so. So create a members. I always like to put my members on top and methods down below. That is why the tennis player. Let's make these private, and we will do. Okay, that's it. Let's make another private tennis player one. Let's name them. And next, what am I doing? I have to put tennis player itself, of course, not equals to, so this, and then tennis player, tennis player 2. And now to follow convention, I should not capitalize the first, it should be small. So my bad, and now this is fine. So we have created two members, tennis player 1 and tennis player 2, which are two tennis players. And then let's make a constructor, because why not? So public tennis tournament, and we'll have our tennis players in this, tennis player 1, and similarly tennis player 2, and we can assign them. So this dot tennis player 1 equals to tennis player 1. Similarly, this dot tennis player 2 equals to tennis player 2. This is our constructor. So now we can do compute rankings, we can allocate prizes, and this can be done like this is for the whole tournament, or we can have like separate one for ranking itself also. So we can say public void intel rank, and within this we can have our tennis player. So tennis player. So this can perform just the ranking of it. This will only display the ranking of that tennis player we gave. This will give the ranking of every tennis player. So You can have it in your own way, whatever you like. So this is all up to your implementation, but the basic structure is similar to this. So we made our tennis players, and this is our tournament. Maybe they can play games, so we can have a game between two players, so we can assign these tennis players to them also. Control C, and so basically we are telling that tennis player 1 and tennis player 2 will play a game. So this is one way to make this, to solve this question. So this is it for question number 4. Of course, there can be some little bit of changes. Now question number 5. Explain why Java does not support multiple inheritance with the help of an example. So multiple inheritance, the problem was that, let's suppose there are two parent class. Let's show this via demonstration. Make a new class. Let's name it class 1 and make another class. Let's say class, oops, no. Let's delete this. Name it class 2. Yeah, so these are two classes, and let's assign them two functions with the same name. Public void print hello, and in this we will print hello, and we will do the same for class 2. And here, instead of printing hello, we will do hello everyone. Okay, so if you try our child class, let's make a third class and we name it child. If you try to extend both of them, extend class 1 and class 2. Okay, so of course it's showing an error, but why is the main reason that we have to explain. So the reason was that since it is inheriting all the properties of class 1 as well as class 2, if you try to print out uh, the method, if you try to call out the method print hello from the child class, from an object of a child class, then it won't know that which print hello to perform. So should it perform this function or should it perform this function? So these are different. Although the name is the same, print hello, whatever is inside is different. So this one is printing hello everyone, whereas this one is just printing hello. So Java does not know that which one do we have to follow. So this is the main problem with multiple inheritance. So that these kind of clashes can be a problem. So that is why Java does not support multiple inheritance. This was the answer to this question. This is similarly an example. So question number 5 done. So that is it for this quiz. There are some answers written after this also, but this was the video. So that's it for quiz 2. Hopefully you were able to solve these questions. If not, hopefully the explanation you were able to understand, and now you can do these type of questions on your own. So that's it, and thank you.